in order to avoid a partial shutdown here. So for the latest, we want to bring in Scripps News congressional correspondent Nathaniel Reed, who is live for us on Capitol Hill. Good evening to you, Nate. You're watching this closely. We've been talking about this. It's changing a lot. So what, as of tonight, are Speaker Kevin McCarthy's options here?
Well, look, McCarthy really has no good options when it comes to everything here. He could reach across the aisle, try and work with Democrats, find some sort of solution to the government funding question. The problem is there's a number of conservative Republican lawmakers who'd probably try and oust him as Speaker in response to him doing that. So that's not a potential option. He could give his conservative lawmakers in his conference who don't really like him every single thing that they desire. That's something that he's tried to do up to this point, but still failed. Just earlier today, he failed to even bring on debate of a crucial military funding measure. He vented his frustration to reporters outside the House chamber moments after that happened. Take a listen.
It's frustrating in the sense that I don't understand why anybody votes against bringing the idea and having the debate. And then you got all the amendments if you don't like the bill. This is a whole new concept of individuals that just want to burn the whole place down. It doesn't work. Look, I know it's an obstacle, but I find it as a challenge, and we're going to solve it.
And look no further than the fact that Speaker McCarthy had originally said there were going to be votes in the House of Representatives tomorrow and Saturday. Those votes now pretty much canceled. He's told lawmakers that they can go home. He'll call them back with a lot of notice if there are votes to be had. If they don't come in over the weekend, the soonest, Maritza, that they could vote in anything is going to be next Tuesday. This coming Monday is the Jewish holiday of Yom Kippur. The House and the Senate are both out. It's going to be going right down to the wire with government funding.
Yeah, and I mean, you heard him say that there's this group that wants to burn the whole place down. Is there any kind of other workaround here, given that there's a small handful of House Republicans who just refuse to come to a deal until they get their way?
Well, they could rely on the U.S. Senate. That is always a possibility. The problem is the Senate would, relying on Senate Democrats would mean that these conservative House Republicans would really lose all of their bargaining power if they just wait for the Senate to send them something. That being said, Senate Majority Leader Schumer, who up to this point has refused to make any moves on government funding just because he has been trying to wait for the House of Representatives to at least stake out what their opening position in negotiations is, decided to make a move just before the Senate adjourned for the weekend to queue up a potential vote on a government funding deal that could just keep the government open in the event of more inaction in the House of Representatives or a total stalemate. Take a listen.
As I have said for months, we must work in a bipartisan fashion to keep our government open, avoid a shutdown, and avoid inflicting unnecessary pain on the American people. This action will give the Senate the option to do just that.
Now, whether Schumer actually decides to take that move and bring that procedural vote to the floor, try and pass a short-term government funding extension to prevent a shutdown, that remains to be seen. But really, the ball is still in the House of Representatives court.
All right, Scripps News congressional correspondent Nathaniel Reed on Capitol Hill. Thanks so much.